Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there. It's magic time!
Oh no.
That's right, kids. Welcome back to another episode of Unlimited Justice, your Justice Society, your Justice League, your DC source for all these comics. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, you who's not above wearing a top hat, doing many things. It is.
Hey y'all, it's Lilith Hellfire. Lover of fishnets and top hats. Come on, Phil, get it together.
Well, I didn't know if you stole that title from Ray. Anyway,
he stole it from me.
As we promised, we're going to come back every week while Zatanna bring down the house is out. So yes, number 2 is out this week. We got new Power Girl this week.
You know, we're such idiots when we were naming this podcast. Why weren't we Friends of Justice?
Oh, nice.
Such idiots.
I thought you were talking about fishnets and something.
No, but yeah, this is a good week to be a Zatanna and or Power Girl fan. So
yeah.
I see a lot of people clamoring for this, normal people as well as critics. So I'm super happy. I feel like we might be well on our way to an actual monthly or bi-monthly Zatanna book.
Oh, that would work. Yeah.
I heard this has been doing solid numbers. I love all the variants. They kind of were restrained with this one. Well, it's issue 2 as they should. They had 120, 1 in 25. I think that's the Leo one, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I got the Ariel Diaz one.
Yeah, that was the common. The one by Jenny Fritzen was the 1 in 25.
Yeah, because there's only like 3 covers for this, I think.
Yeah.
So
I'm so perplexed by the art style. Like, I like it, and it's also a little difficult specifically in this issue because we're telling basically 2 stories, present day, and then we're getting a flashback. And this is definitely a story of identity and who she is. So it's like, you know, the first one was set up for the world. This one is going to just definitely probably follow that coming of age story. So who am I? Why am I? How am I? Kind of thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. I like that very much. But I like this story because I feel like we kind of gloss over Zatanna's background a lot, and we don't really call out Zatara for being a terrible father.
Yeah,
and it's kind of just like this is giving John Winchester levels of bad dad, bro. And if you're not a Supernatural fan, just know it's terrible. It's very bad. It's very bad.
They do need to stare into that skid. Yeah, because most versions it's just like, oh yeah, I learned magic from my dad. Boom, done.
He's a perfectionist. He's a narcissist. He's an asshole, and he's super dangerous. Well, and that's always the vibes that I've gotten between for him, and I'm glad somebody's kind of addressing it. Like, this is like old ancient magic, and so like people that wielded it, like if you like know anything about like actual like people that like practice magic, like they're so weird. Like think Chris Angel, they're like just so weird. And those are the vibes I always got for Zatara. So.
Well, again, if you're like a magician, if you're doing like real magic, like he is, and some of these other people, I mean, don't you have to be a little like not normal, thinking outside the box? Maybe be a little narcissistic, where it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna mess with these weird.
I'm gonna summon this demon.
I'm gonna mess with these weird energies that aren't supposed to be messed with. Yes.
Yeah. So like it needs to be addressed, and I like that they addressed it, and it feels very canon. You know what this feels like? This feels like Zatanna basically year one. Almost, yeah. Which I know a lot of people might be like kind of tired of the formula, but I feel like the formula works here because so little is known about Zatanna.
Yeah. I wonder if it's just maybe there isn't enough flashback in this for that. This is what they're thinking, that there's not enough flashback to justify calling it year 1, maybe, or
yeah, definitely. But that's definitely the formula we're using here, which I don't mind.
But no, yeah, I think Riko Tamaki's been doing a good job on this.
Honestly, I wish the art style was like I like the art style and like what it's doing, but I just wish it was a little more. Where's the window? Is it this one? A little more this. Just a little more of that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a Black Label book, but the art style is not lending itself to a Black Label book. It's been my biggest kind of like reconciliation, I guess.
Do you think, were they trying to do like a more pulp noir thing or something? Or
Definitely.
yeah,
But it also has a little bit of that manga anime feel to it too. So it's
mhm.
like, what's it gonna be, bud? 17 plus or not?
Yeah, because also I know I had this complaint last time, but I think issue 2 even more so than issue 1. I'm like, did this have to be Black Label?
Honestly, I don't even think Black Label means 17 plus anymore. They just leave it there.
I guess, yeah. Because
I
I
think
mean,
it just means you get to have a bigger format, and it's for characters that don't have a main book, haven't had a main book, but you want to see what
maybe,
the interest is for it. I guess I feel like maybe that's
yeah,
why the price is higher. You can tell a bigger story because you get more pages. You know what I mean? And you
yeah,
also don't have the if you choose to use the hey it's Black Label, you can go a little more mature, but you don't have to. Maybe is the new rule.
maybe
Or
because
maybe they're just gonna shock the hell out of us in the next issue. Maybe they're lulling us into a false sense of security.
I was like, yeah, in this issue, I mean, there was
There's a
no,
kid missing, so like that can go dark pretty quickly. They might have to bring that up in the next issue. I don't know.
yeah, because I was gonna say, I mean, there was no language
There's
in
a
this.
lot of ominous vibes in this book, though.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think it seems like, yeah, that seems like there's something's gonna happen with those.
So yeah, maybe they are lulling us into a false sense of security, and then boom, it's just gonna be
Mhm.
blood and sex and magic all over the place.
I mean, bravo on the restraint. It's a Black Label book. They could have been like, oh, she has to be naked every time she casts a spell or something, but no, they didn't go that
I
route.
think people that know the like most Santana fans that's not like what we're here for, I guess.
Yeah,
But like I think that this type of magic path that she's going down can go dark and sinister very quickly. So, like I said, I think maybe just maybe by the end of this we'll be like, oh, that's why it was Black Label.
yeah. Well, again, yeah, between the kid in the flashback, and again, I mean, they revealed here, spoilers, kids. It's like she either banished or killed her own father
Yeah,
accidentally, but yeah.
he deserved it though. We're okay with it. At least I am.
Well, that's what what is that, the Coven or whatever this group is, and they're just like, yeah, he didn't, he should have taught you, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
the
all like, come
caster,
with me. And I'm like, oh no, that's
yeah,
never go with somebody that says that.
yeah, the casters, yes.
Yeah. I like that the world feels very big and lived in. And it's just like,
Mhm.
I feel like there's just so many secrets for us to find out. And I'm just like, can we just get to it? I feel like we are dragging our feet a little bit, but I do understand that we need a solid foundation of knowing who Zatanna is because it's probably a lot of people's first time with Zatanna, unfortunately.
Mhm.
It ain't mine. It ain't my first rodeo for sure. But like I get why like we're kind of like delving into it the way that we are. But
I,
look, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's get into it, baby.
I do like, for once, it seems like they're trying to build out like a magical. It seems like in DC they don't really
Well,
build
since
out.
the golden age, they haven't really cared to actually
Yeah,
deal with their magic.
unless you're like Doctor Fate or somebody, it doesn't seem like they
Even
really.
then, they kind of just
Yeah,
don't even delve into that. I mean, they let his name speak for itself a lot of the time. Like, there's super deep mysticism in Doctor Fate that we haven't touched in literally probably 4 decades, probably.
who needs to build out that magic side of DC, because he loves like all the mystical stuff. JMD Mateus.
I was gonna say get Grant back, but okay,
Oh,
that
but I
works
mean,
too.
yeah, I mean, get a few people doing a few books.
Yeah.
Do it. Get into. Give us a monthly Zatanna book. Give us a Doctor Fate. Give us a
Like I
Spectre.
said, like the Dark Justice League was such a disappointment because I thought that's where we were gonna go, and they ended up kind of taking a different take on it. While they did have Zatanna and Constantine there, that was kind of an
Yeah,
afterthought to boost sales, as far as I'm concerned.
yeah. But again, you need to level
Like
it up.
I like just the magic of Swamp Thing in and of itself, the
Yeah.
green. They kind of have tapped into that with Poison Ivy, so it's a lot of different routes we can go.
Hmm.
lots of different kinds of magic. It's not, like I feel like science in the DC universe I love so much because it doesn't feel so clinical. Like I feel like Doctor Strange's magic and like all that stuff, like they study in these temples and it's very like, Buddhist in nature. Like it just feels clinical and regulatory, and I want to feel a sense of danger with your magic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what Constantine gave us. I like, you might not like the movie, but they did give us a sense of danger and heaven and hell and demons and all this stuff, that can go wrong. Like what you're actually tapping into, if you know, you know. So it's really interesting.
I mean, speaking of, it didn't come out this week, but you read, was it last week, the latest issue of Hellblazer Dead in America?
Yeah, I did.
Honestly, I was kind of almost bored the first couple, but it seems like it's really ramping up now. I was like,
It's
okay,
like,
okay.
babes, just drop the long name. Let Hellblazer be Hellblazer.
Yeah.
Put it. Oh well, is Vertigo even a label anymore? I don't know. They keep saying it is, but I
They
don't
were
think it is.
talking about bringing it back. I think that it's kind of loose now, where it's like, was it Sandman Universe or something? I think it's
Yeah.
somewhat Vertigo, but yeah. But again, I think I don't know.
I think it. I want to say that it's been defunct since 2020, but they're kind of trying to keep it alive. They're saying that Black Label is actually the successor to Vertigo, but I just feel like that's not true. So I
So
don't know. I don't know what to think.
So Batman's Vertigo, because it's like half the Black Label's Batman.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't feel like that's truly.
Yeah.
But Vertigo was the adult version before they had Black Label.
Yeah.
And then they decided to do Black Label, and Vertigo was still there, but they weren't doing anything with it. But I feel like you can't let the name Vertigo die just solely because there's so many good properties that don't integrate properly. Like honestly, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like John Constantine never properly integrated into the DC universe, no matter how hard they tried.
No, because they tried it because it was during New 52. So
exactly.
Yeah. No, I thought that's when the Vertigo died. I thought was when they moved Constantine over. Because I was like,
it's officially been defunct since 2020, but they still have the copyright and like the pat or whatever it is, like still active. They just actually haven't put anything out as Vertigo since 2020, I think is what the deal is. But yeah, that's unfortunate because I feel like if we moved like the whole magic side to Vertigo and they could integrate with like the Sandman stuff, that would be fucking epic. It just, to me, that makes sense. But of course, they don't like to make sense at DC, so they're not gonna hear this. I mean, we were talking about Batman maybe, but they're like, we're just throwing these guys a bone.
If they do, they don't care.
Like I said, they could have put Zatanna in Justice League, but they decided to go with Star Sapphire. So whatever. We'll see how that goes. I'm open to it, but it's
I guess they wanted a Lantern.
Where's my hot girl? What are you doing?
I guess they wanted a Lantern type character, but that's why I was talking to Will about this last night. I said, do you think maybe they're doing this as I don't know, it almost seems like maybe they're trying to get Hal Jordan and Carol Ferris back together. So it's like,
God,
so now,
how long has it been? Like since I've been alive, I don't think they've technically been together.
Well, that's what I was told Will. I said, I'm like, have they been together since like the 80s? I mean, they always tease it, but I don't think they've officially been together since like the 80s.
Yeah, I don't think they've literally been together since I've been alive.
I mean,
86.
You want to know why he went bad in Emerald Twilight? I think they've been blue balling him since the 80s, you know?
Oh, God. That explains so much. That explains so much, honestly.
Just think about it. Yeah.
He's been out there getting his tallywhacker wet, though.
But no, I'm just saying with Carol Ferris. I mean, they've destroyed the core and brought it back. Probably at least.
It's almost like Spider-Man. Like they just refuse to do the right thing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They put it in the movie, but heaven forbid we actually bring it back in the comic books.
Exactly.
But yeah, so this book is just super interesting to me. Like I just like it surprises me. I never know where this book is gonna go, I guess. And I like that.
Yes.
And I feel like the concept does suck the reader in immediately. Hail. Like I think like even if you don't know who Zatanna is, if you like dark mysterious magic and stuff, you can still find something in it.
Yes. No, it's a fun ride, you know.
I like to be kept guessing. Like so many books are so predictable nowadays, so it's just like it's nice.
Oh yeah. Definitely. But yeah, again, you don't have to be invested in like heavy invested in magic and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot
this
more.
is a good jumping on point, honestly, just because
Exactly.
it's not canon, but it could be, and it probably will end up being canon eventually because it's so good.
Yeah, because I thought that's one of the things we said. It's like, whoa, is it Black Label because it's out of canon? But it doesn't necessarily have to be. I mean, I could see it being early. It's not in the present. It's like earlier. But yeah, it could be canon.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna show you my favorite panel. Just give me a second.
Oh yeah, there are. I mean, again, there are some good ones in here. Like the one her running going, hey. No,
I'm like so relatable. I say this to so many people in my head at work.
that's low. If I don't like you, say
Exactly.
let's bone. Okay.
Exactly. Sometimes you just got to get the unresolved sexual tension out.
Yeah, just ask Hal Jordan.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, no, I think again that I mean, yeah, would I prefer the art on the cover? Yes, but I mean, no, I mean there's some good art in this.
Yeah. Like I said, I like the art style, but like just imagine if they actually committed to doing some hyper realistic kind of style for Black Label, just in general.
Yeah, and again, I mean, yeah, I mean, I think the artist nails Zatanna perfect. You know, the Zatanna's.
Yeah, like I was kind of worried about that because honestly, for being honest, there's not a lot to go on like comic book canon Santana, but we do have a lot of her in like animated and other forms,
Yes.
and I feel like that has informed them, but they've also kind of made it their own, and I think they probably have like some other people, like some some other important people who have like shaped Santana and Zatara and Doctor Fate, kind of give them the skinny, give them the Bible. Because
Hmm.
like I said, we haven't really dealt with like real old school DC magic in at least 40 years, I feel like. And that's probably
Yeah.
being generous. So it's probably hard for newcomers to even know where to begin. So I do feel like somebody kind of sat them down and said, hey, just in case you don't know, here's what it used to be like.
Yeah, it seems like after Crisis, I think it seems like yeah, even like
We can blame Crisis on everything.
yeah, like even like Doctor Fate books and Spectre books, were all good. It's like it seems like they go more metaphysical than like magical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's definitely like some mysticism between everything like that.
Yeah.
So it's just really kind of, and I think it's kind of hard to toe that line because, like, I mean, but like I said, like we have like technically Sandman is DC canon now, so we literally have Heaven, Hell, the actual devil, the real devil, and stuff like that. Not just Mephisto, but like the real devil and angels and stuff in the universe. So it's like, and that can really turn people off as well.
Mhm.
So it's hard. I get it. You're welcome.
I was staying silent.
He's like, I'm not gonna step on the drop. I gotta keep it clean.
18 minutes. All right. Yeah, I
So
mean,
yeah, I recommend this book so much. I enjoy the art. I enjoy the story. Even if you're not a Zatanna fan, if you're just like curious about like the magic, I think it's one of the better Black Label books I've read in a long time too.
oh
Probably
yeah.
since Catwoman Lonely Planet is probably like the
Oh, Lonely City. Yeah.
Lonely City. Did I say
Yeah.
Lonely Planet? My bad.
Yeah.
Lonely City.
Yeah. No, yeah, this is one of the better. Yeah, I'd say this is in the top.
Well, yeah, most recent Black Label because Black Label ain't been Black Labeling lately. I'm like, why
Yeah.
do we even have Black Label at this point? And then they put a book out. It was like, oh, so we can experiment and see, and maybe like test it out if we do want to do a Zatanna book. But I do say if they're gonna do a Zatanna book, they're gonna need to put John Constantine in it.
Mhm. Again,
So
this is what Black Label should be. Yeah, testing, characters who don't have a book, see what the response is. Because again, it's like we know Batman sells. We don't need 50 million Batman Black Label books. And again, I'm a
yes,
fan of
exactly.
Batman, but we know that
I'd rather like a Martian Manhunter Black Label, a Green
yes,
Arrow Black Label, a Aquaman Black Label, for God's sakes.
Aquaman, because I don't think we're doing anything with Aquaman for a while. Because I think they said he ain't getting no absolute book for all, and he's not,
That's curious. That's curious to
and he's
me.
not in the Justice League line, at least the original. Because I think they said they might rotate some of those casts, but it's like, yeah, the first arc, he ain't in that first arc, so
It's like, babes, Aquaman, the first Aquaman movie did $1 billion. Put some respect to Aquaman's name. Jesus. Like, there are tons of Aquaman fans out there that are like chomping at the bit.
I mean, that Justice League Unlimited, that Mark Waid's doing. Look at it. I mean, 6 of the big 7 are there, but Aquaman ain't there.
Yeah. Isn't he considered a big 7 anymore?
Oh, yeah. Well, and I guess it can't, yeah, if Carol Ferris takes a Lantern's place, that's this big 6. But yeah, I don't know. But again, I mean, and again, I would vote this way anyway. But yeah, they're giving Martian Manhunter more love than Aquaman, which again deserves.
Which makes sense. At least it makes sense to me. He's more interesting for sure lately.
Are they just waiting out the memory of Momoa? Because
yeah, once he actually becomes.
Remember, we didn't have a Justice League book for a year or two because
it was more than 2. It was like 2 years. Yeah, it was 20. We haven't had a Justice League book since the beginning of 2022.
Since Bendis, right?
Yes, I wasn't gonna say it. Bendis.
I know, but
Bendis.
So yeah, let's get into Power Girl number 11 if you don't mind.
Yes. Hey, yes.
Where to start? It was actually better than I thought. Like I said, this book's been getting better. Like I've been very tentative about Power Girl, but it's Leah Williams, and I feel like she really gets this character. She really likes this character. This is the character's like almost a passion project for her.
Yeah, and again, it's the last couple issues weren't bad, but I think she was saddled with a crossover. So
exactly.
So yeah,
I like that it's fun. But I am gonna need a little more depth to Power Girl a little bit. Like I think we might have started off too heavy initially with like the first 2 or 3 issues where she was like kind of just having on a girl's trip, venting her feelings and stuff. But I kind of dug that because out of all the super fams, she has like the most complicated, convoluted history, and I wouldn't know how to feel either if I was in this world with all that conflict about who I am and do I even deserve to be on this earth, like the specific Earth Prime or whatever, things like that. Yeah. And then there's still Supergirl running around, and it's it's a lot.
Yeah, and again, like you hear date night issue, I'm always like, oh, this can go wrong, but no, I mean it worked here.
Yeah, I mean, girls just want to have fun,
Yeah,
but also you gotta background the people you're dating. People, there's gonna be some skeletons in the closet, especially if you live in Florida.
Yeah, who knows?
Keep that subscription to True Search people going, people.
Why?
If you know.
Oh, yeah, that's what I say. I thank God I don't have to date in this current this modern age.
And also, can we get a round of applause for the art in this book? I like the art in this book.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this another? I mean, is this a new artist or is this the same artist?
Adriana, I think this might actually be a new artist if I remember right.
So I was gonna say it seemed different unless they were just doing something different. I wasn't sure, but no, I like the art in this. I mean, just the faces and the expression. I mean, I thought that this was.
I like the costume too. A lot. It's grown on me.
Yeah, the jacket's grown on me. I kind of missed the cape, but yeah, the jacket is kind of grown on me.
You gotta keep it updated,
Yeah, you know what? I think Power Girl's pulling off the jacket more than Captain Marvel is.
Well, that's not hard to do.
Hey, I mean, Captain
okay, Marvel. Yeah, this is Adriana's first issue of Power Girl. Now that I'm looking back on it.
Yeah. Which
she used to do work in Action Comics, I guess. Too.
Okay, so. Yeah. Okay.
And she did something for what was that Marvel? She did something at Marvel. I think it's that original Jackpot.
Oh, maybe. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. This art, I thought the art looked familiar. I just couldn't put the art to the name. Yeah.
But yeah, I like this Power Girl. I miss my old Power Girl, but she's an okay replacement.
Yeah.
It has been fun.
And I do like. I mean, we're still bringing in like good artists. Sometimes a book gets towards the end of the first year or something. Sometimes you're like, I can let the art slack. slack a little bit.
Yeah.
No, it's still good. They're still making good choices in the art department.
Yeah, they're like bringing in like different like this is well that's been DC's kind of initiative is that they're trying to shake it up and they're trying to
Yeah.
not like use the same people over and over. They're trying to let the door open the door for like newer people, younger people, and I think that's great.
Yeah. No. I
Like
mean,
while it's always fun, it's like to have like kind of that staple of like writers that we grew up with and artists that we grew up with. I do want the new people to have a chance. Otherwise, by the time the old people die, the new people haven't had a chance, and it's bumpy and it's rocky. But you also get like that mentorship and stuff too, especially at DC. I don't know about Marvel anymore, but like the older people at DC definitely do like to like kind of hand down the torch and like really do mentorship and stuff. So I think that that's really cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I really can't say too many bad things about Power Girl at all. Like
Yeah, no, I
it's
can.
growing and like I like watching the story and that just Leah evolve and like feel comfortable in telling the story that she wants
Yeah.
to tell and stuff. Like I don't feel like there's any editorial mandates for Power Girl anymore. So
Yeah.
she pretty much has free reign to do whatever and I'm just curious to see like what she wants to do with Power Girl. Like it's still kind of unclear almost a year into the book what purpose Power Girl is actually going to serve in the bigger narrative, if she's even going to have a chance to serve a greater purpose in the bigger narrative. With, first with DC All In's initiative, and then we have Absolute books and stuff like that. Like it's kind of, I can kind of see like maybe Power Girl doesn't make the cut, unfortunately, but I hope she does. I hope
Yeah,
this
me
book
too.
keeps going and she gets to grow as a character, and we can get her back to like that iconic place.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. I thought, oh, I think Leah's playing kind of a long game here. So I was worried they were going to like maybe cancel this book because again, the nature of the
They
binge
have
these days.
something they want to do something with Power Girl. I can totally tell whether it's a TV show or a movie, but like I don't think James Gunn is going to go for it, but like I heard that like not too
Hmm.
well, probably like 3 years ago at this point that and that's why we kind of keep getting these weird Power Girl things. That's kind of why we had her team up with Harley. Like they kind of want to keep her in people's minds. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
But I just don't think with James Gunn we're actually going to get the Power Girl thing. But I don't think James Gunn's universe is actually going to last that long. So we'll see.
Mm,
I think the Superman movie is going to do good, but everything else is going to flop that comes from it. That's my prediction. I hope I'm wrong because I love to see DC be successful in something.
yeah. Yeah.
It literally hurts my soul that Marvel like is had like a 20-year reign at the movies and we only have like a $1 billion movie and it's an Aquaman movie. That's fucking insane. Even the Batman didn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
I yeah, I mean, I don't know how successful the Gunniverse is going to be, but I think I no matter what it does, I think it's going to be more successful than the Snyderverse.
I think like I said, I think the Superman stuff would be more successful. Everything else is gonna
Yeah.
flop.
Mm,
But that's all I care about.
yeah.
Literally, we need to make Superman the number one freaking guy again. Like Spider Man has been handing him his ass for like a decade now. So getting pissed here.
And let's bring Wonder Woman back to greatness too.
Baby steps, Phil. If we get Superman back, that leaves her to actually be who she's supposed to be,
Yeah.
because when you make Superman gritty and then you force Wonder Woman to be Hope, the dynamics is never going to be right and you're never
Yeah.
going to actually be able to tell a truthful story about the Trinity. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. I mean, that's the reason I'm hopeful is that like I don't think James Gunn is Zack Snyder, looking at everything through the Batman lens. So
He's definitely not. But it also might be reactionary to everybody saying Superman shouldn't be dark and gritty.
yeah.
So, like, I don't know if he truly believes that or if he's just doing it because he's doing the opposite thing of what his predecessor did because
Mhm.
of, like, the internet. Is this
Yeah.
his true vision? Is this how he truly feels? I mean, if you take a look at Peacemaker, I'm not so sure. If you take a look at the Suicide Squad, I'm not so sure if that's actually what he believes and that's his passion project. I don't know.
I just wondered too if he got certain notes on Suicide Squad though, like suit
It was
interference.
better than the Suicide Squad is better than Suicide Squad, but that's not hard to
Oh
do.
yeah, yes, the Suicide Squad. Yes, was better.
I mean, you love using "the" so much, so I figured that would have tickled your fancy for
Yes,
sure.
it did. It did.
I'm surprised it isn't the Peacemaker, honestly.
Maybe
I
season.
want it to be the Superman, like, you know, like I want it to be that. I want it to be the thing. I wanted that would
Maybe
actually
see.
be funny because it was the Batman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Or maybe he's not allowed because the Batman's not in that universe or whatever.
and he don't want it in that universe.
No.
And they did Bex. I was just like, what? Did you read that
Wait,
article
what?
where like Matt Reeves said his Gotham universe is like called Bex? I forget what it's short for.
Oh, I thought I saw it. They're calling it what is it? The Epic Crime Saga or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's
Yeah.
that, but literally I forgot what the B stands for. But it's
Batman,
Bex.
maybe Batman.
Yeah, is it Batman? Yeah.
Batman Epic Crime something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because both the Batman and the Batman 2 and the Penguin show are all
I
going to be in it.
are we actually getting a Batman too? Because I feel like we might.
Supposedly it's still but it might not be the
Yeah, Batman Epic Crimes. Like terrible. That is awful. I'm like, you shouldn't. I guess they couldn't use Arkham or something like that, or they couldn't use Gotham, so like they got stuck with that. So
I mean, yeah, again, October 2026 for the Batman 2 supposedly.
I think after Joker 2 does no numbers, they're gonna be like, nope. Put that shit in the vault. Nope. Put that shit with Supergirl too. We are never showing the light of day, not even the script.
Oh, I mean, again, I don't know if all this is rumor. I just look right now, something saying something Clayface might be in the Batman 2, but I thought I saw something about Court of Owls not too long ago. But again, maybe that was just.
I mean, they love to have more than one villain.
Yeah.
Although Court of Owls makes more sense than Clayface.
Yeah, because they want to keep it grounded. Yeah, Court of Owls makes more sense.
But I mean, with the Penguin, that's kind of weird. I figured they would still just kind of keep a low pro focus on like that neo noir crime, mafia, Godfather esque kind
But
of
again,
vibe.
it's still over 2 years out, so who the hell knows?
Yeah, I was like, Pattinson's getting old and shorter, so you might want to hurry up.
Oh, Mama don't like no short. Mama don't like.
Listen, I love a short king, but Batman should never be a short king.
No.
That's just kind of one of those things.
Oh,
it's literally canon that he's like 6 foot, like 6'2" or something like that. So
at least 6 foot, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, and speaking of
Batman, my favorite character.
Did you see the Joker trailer?
No, I'm too scared.
It was all right. I mean, I just watched it real quick. It was all right. I was afraid. It seems like it's not going to be singing every 2 seconds, but
no, they said it's a jukebox musical, so
yeah,
they're going to be singing a lot. Lady Gaga's in it. We're singing a lot.
It just seems like every song's going to start with her turning the Joker and saying, "Hey, baby," so, and then saying something, and they're going to break into the song.
I don't know who. Like, it's literally not for the audience that made that Joker movie $1 billion. Oh,
yeah, no.
I feel like it did make $1 billion.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. I mean, we've been screaming that since they announced it. Yeah, I don't know what they think they're doing, but yeah, that audience that made the first one. So
yeah, it was $1 billion. I was right.
Yeah, trust me.
I don't know how that happened, but
this one ain't making $1 billion. This thing is going to get roasted on the internet by a certain segment of.
I just know Gen Z is going to go. It's going to be like the Minions thing. They're just going to be like, it's going to be a meme, but it's going to make money.
Yeah. I mean, again, for a certain segment of the audience, they're gonna love it. They're gonna enjoy it, and then there's a certain segment who's gonna go, "This ain't the first effing movie," you know what?
There's not really much you could do after that first movie, though.
I know
Bruce Wayne's like a baby, so like
it seems like 2 is like, oh, now all of a sudden he's, Arthur Fleck is like a symbol of the downtrodden. I don't know about the downtrodden, but just people who want to, destroy the system or overthrow the system.
Why are you laughing? It's a joke. You wouldn't get it.
What?
Every time somebody asks me how I feel about it, I'm like, I just start laughing. I'm like, it's a total joke. You wouldn't get it. It's awful. Anyway, like it's not. I feel like Joker 2 is coming out really quick too. Hell.
Hey-oh.
Right? It's like right around the corner. Am I imagining that?
I mean, they put the trailer out, so it. I mean, it has. Isn't it this? Is it this year?
It's like October. It's literally October 4th.
Yeah,
I feel
October
like
4th.
that. I feel like it's gonna be
Oh,
a sick-sad joke. Like
oh, oh, Jesus! So we're getting Joker and Venom in the same month.
that's what I was like. There's no way they're gonna do that, but they did do
They
it.
did. This is the beginning, and then
And I'm
Venom.
like, baby, I don't care about none of that. I need a new Saw movie. Like, we need that. The
Yeah.
world went to shit after Saw stopped making movies every fucking October. We need to get back to that timeline. Okay.
So yeah, so this is coming out at the beginning of October, and then Venom's coming out like towards the end, I think. So.
Oh, jump scare. Jump scare.
Well, yeah, I think Venom's trying to steer into the Halloween skid. So.
Which was the first one did, right?
I think so. I can't remember. It may.
Yeah, I think the first Venom was October. I'm pretty sure, like, or right before Thanksgiving, maybe.
I thought one was the summer, but maybe that was the second one. I can't remember.
The second one was definitely summer, but I think the first one was.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it was October 5th, 2018.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but the second one was a summer movie, so I think to bring it all back full circle, they just do the October thing and let Tom Hardy go back to being a short bisexual king.
Whoa.
Romping around Hollywood, you know?
Oh, God. So we're going to cover both those movies, Lil?
I mean, Capes needs content. That's fine.
Okay, so, yes.
We will have to do it on a cheat day so that I can be either A, drunk, or B, toasted.
She's going to have to make a run to the pharmacy before those.
Mama never has to make a run to the pharmacy. We get delivery in Florida. Thank you.
Oh, I was gonna say, I thought you had your own factory. Okay.
If I could, I would.
This is the business you and Justin need to go into.
I don't have $1 billion to put into it. The tobacco companies, that's their new endeavor. Like, I don't want to. Like, if I could, I would.
To crush the medical marijuana industry.
Well, no, that's their new thing because eventually it will be legal.
Oh, they're getting into it. Okay, yeah.
If you look deep enough, the biggest ones, they do have a little bit of tobacco money influence. So it's a sick, sad world out there.
I already gave you your branding. I mean, you run with it.
Nothing will ever be as good as Mephisto. Exactly. Listen, if mushrooms, I'll be at the forefront of that. Me and my synthetic human being. Yes, we will be at the forefront of Mephisto's magic mushrooms. Nothing will ever be as good as Mephisto's mushrooms. So yeah, I mean, all I can say is pick up these 2 books. I think they're great.
Yes.
I think there's something different. It's refreshing. It's kind of crazy that Power Girl actually has a book. Like, I'm still just like, even almost a year into it, I never thought this would be a thing in like the 2020s that Power Girl would have a book.
Well, it seems like
Harley doesn't have a book.
Harley has a book.
Does she?
I mean, I didn't read it yet, but yeah, the new issue came out this
week.
I
mean, like, did they? I mean, really?
Yeah.
What number is it on?
Was it 42 or something? Yeah.
That thing's still going?
Yeah.
I thought they canceled it.
I mean, unless they're ending it soon. But I mean, yeah, I think it's still Teeny.
Yeah, I thought they canceled it. My bad.
Yeah, no, I think Teeny's still on there. So, like I said, I didn't read this week's one, but yeah, it's still. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, I figured they were. I thought they were. I thought that book was canceled. My bad.
I mean, again, they may renumber soon and get when a new team comes on, maybe. But
yeah, I feel like I heard that. So maybe
you know what? They ain't canceling any Harley shit right now, Lilith. I mean, with her,
they didn't cancel it, but they're gonna reboot it, get somebody new.
It's the Joker movie, maybe by October, maybe because of the Joker movie.
God, corporate synergy just
I could see that because isn't DC like?
Yeah, I thought they were getting ready to renumber.
Well, they're reshuffling all the creative teams for what is it, September, October? So maybe by then.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, because it seems like they're shaking everything up over there around in the fall. So
yeah, it's like Power Girl has a book, Poison Ivy has a book, it's interesting to see who gets a book. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like every decade or so they try to do something with Power Girl. Like, what was it around Infinite Crisis? I mean, she was in the JSA, so they tried to make her a big JSA thing. Now it seems like they want her part of the Superman books. So
yeah, which is odd. because he don't want her there, but that's not enough.
Oh, damn.
Well, no, Superman has real big conflicting feelings about Power Girl.
Well, it's so weird though too, because it's like we have like so many different versions of the characters. We have 2 Superboys. Now we kind of have, 2 Supergirls kind of. It's
yeah.
It's like nobody's unique anymore.
Yep. But Power Girl is.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we'll let you guys get back to your Saturday. Please send in some feedback. Let us know how you're enjoying if you're reading these books.
Yes. And again, send us your thoughts, because there's going to be Comic-Con news for DC, which we're going to
There's
cover.
a lot of shit going down at Comic-Con today as we record.
We're going to cover on Capes and Lunatics. So yeah. But even after the fact, and what do you think about any of the news?
Man, DC is just, oh man, they're doing all these weird decisions. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean,
that all-in initiative sounds dumb as hell to me.
I mean, yeah, we'll get into it with some of the absolute stuff. Oh dear God. Yeah. So okay, save it for the Comic-Con episode. We'll be here all day. And I know Mama's hungry. All right, so
hungry.
Me too. Send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise, new and classic logos. We don't discriminate. All right. So yes, just as long as you're giving us money, you can buy whatever you want. All right. So yes, buy the merch. And again, Lilith demands that you get nothing out of it. You just rain the money on us through the Cash App link.
You get better quality. We'll put it towards the quality of the show. Wink,
That's
wink.
right. Money talks. You know what? Hey, if you want to send money through the Cash App link and then you want to request us do a certain episode, do it.
Put it in the memo.
Trust me. If a request comes with money, yes, that will take higher priority.
Except for if it's to finish No Man's Land. I don't know if I can be that big of a
slut. We did finish No Man's Land.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. I swear, we didn't finish Nightfall. I had Justin finish Nightfall with me, but no, we finished No Man's Land like 100 years ago, but we did it. All right, so yes, again, send us your dirty money with requests, and of course the Patreon, where you get exclusive content only for you. Like the July episode is the PerishCon trip we made,
conspiracy theories, coverage of the avians. You got some variety content there.
We talked all about the LGBTQIA characters of Marvel and DC. So
best and worst.
Yes. And again, there's all the old content still up there, like all the worst superhero movie brackets. There's even Star.
We really should do the best superhero movie bracket. I feel like it's only fair.
Yes. All right, now who's going to get topless for that? Sorry, Justin, you're taking one for the team. It's like, damn it, it's going to be me or Justin. Damn it. Unless we
get the puppet naked.
That's true. I was going to say, Ray, how much you charge for the Froster knockers?
My knockers are fully frosted.
All right, so yes, and so you can find everything. Well, you can find the Patreon at patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. And of course, you can find everything at tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
I don't know. I just feel like if we have a picture of Rick Cosnet or Namor on the screen, Justin will have no trouble getting topless for this.
I love it.
All right, Lilith Hellfire, where can people talk to you about DC and pop culture? And
well, I'm back on the shit again. I'm back on TikTok, so you can find me on TikTok at Lilith Hellfire 69. Friend me, I'll friend you back, and I'll follow your content and leave the most outrageous comments you've ever seen. That's kind of my thing on TikTok.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
The intervention didn't work. She's back on TikTok.
Oh, you don't want to
take a break.
Yeah,
take like a 3-month break, and then
She gets drunk and forgets.
It's all rape and murder, I'll tell you that.
You gotta keep up with the memes. You gotta stay young. Gotta know what these 25-year-olds are talking about, bro.
Hey-oh!
Gotta know what a skibbity toilet is these days.
Whoa! BS! Like you're talking to those 25-year-olds. Okay.
Gotta trick them into coming over somehow. Gotta know what new video games are hot, so I can say I have it or go buy
God,
it.
she's the old lady in the van. Oh, are you 25? Oh, come here, Sonny.
You know, it's a reason I got 5 dogs. You know?
What keeps Lilith on the internet?
Power of the penis.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But remember, boys,
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so.
Shh, they ain't gotta know that.
play it safe. Oh, please, if they're completing the task, I don't think they care, Lilith. Come on.
Very hard, very tempting.
All right. When did this degenerate into a Wade's World? Okay.
CapesandLunatics was founded on Wade's World's principles. What are you talking about?
True. After they were disavowed by Rob Southgate.
Exactly. Because he disagreed that dong was a medical term. So
he got canceled by Rob Southgate. All right. So, yes, Unlimited Justice will be back when we get Zatanna bring down the house number 3 and the next Power Girl. So, send in your thoughts. Until then, join us next time for some justice. Unlimited Justice.